Okay, there's been too much gaming news recently, so I hope you're ready for a typhoon of knowledge. Let's start with Friday, when Jeff Keighley, of Being Jeff Keighley fame, kicked things off with his Summer Games Fest. We can't cover everything, so we'll mostly be talking about highlights and whatever Jacob wants to talk about. He wrote this one. He's the gaming news god of this world, and we just live in it.
Keep reading.
Civilization 7 was announced, so you can once more race against the clock to build an enlightened society before Gandhi nukes it all to hell. We got a better look at action RPG Phantom Blade Zero, which looks more like Devil May Cry than Souls-like, and it just happens that the protagonist's name is Soul. There was a trailer for a follow-up to a medieval RPG, Kingdom Come Deliverance, due out this year. No Room in Hell 2 is like Left 4 Dead 2, but you can play it with 4 more of your friends. That's 8 people total. There's permadeath, and it's more depressing. So actually, when you think about it, it's kind of different. Meanwhile, Persona developer Atlas showed off a very different title, Metaphor ReFantasio. What? They just name them anything these days. Unlike Persona, where you fight in turn-based combat with your dormant persona, Metaphor allows players to fight in turn-based combat with their dormant archetypes. Huh? Seriously though, it looks good.
I'm excited, please don't attack us.
If you like feeling things, Deer and Boy is about the titular deer and boy that bond after past tragedies. Feeling and boy. Interesting sentence, Jacob.
Keep reading.
Okay. Then there was Lego Horizon Adventures, a game that both exists and is not a PS5 console exclusive. But let's move on to the game that everyone is talking about. Killer Bean, the first video game set in the acclaimed Killer Bean cinematic universe. If you haven't seen Killer Bean Forever, you have not lived. We wanted to do a video with the Killer Bean dev at LTT. Comment on Game Linked to make the LTT happen.
It's mean, lean, and all bean.
Linus's mean bean machine. Actually, the really huge announcement was that a new skate game actually exists. You can do all sorts of tricks, slappies, wallies, goobers. 2 of those are actually real, and I was very excited until I learned it was a free-to-play MMO. Taking a beloved franchise and making it live service, that's the worst trick of them all. On Sunday, Xbox had their showcase and everyone loved it. They truly revolutionized the gaming landscape by announcing Fragpunk, a brand new 5v5 hero shooter. There was also actually good stuff, like a new trailer for Metal Gear Solid Delta and a new Life is Strange starring the original protagonist, Max Caulfield. In the OG game, she messed with time powers after a friend's death. This time, she's messing with time powers after a friend's death, but now she's an adult. She manipulates time to change the tax deadline.
Wait, don't take that adjustable rate mortgage!
You know it's gonna be bad! Obsidian's Avowed got a story trailer and a release date of this year, and there was a brand new Fable trailer, which got a release date of next year. Big year fans at Xbox. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle got an extended reveal. Developer Machine Games, who also made the recent Wolfenstein titles, is continuing to revolutionize the ways gamers can kick Nazi ass. Speaking of id Software franchises, everyone's favorite demon killer is going medieval in Doom: The Dark Ages. For some anachronistic reason, the Slayer still has a shotgun and also a Captain America-esque throwable shield that is also a chainsaw. That's a historical inaccuracy we can all get behind. Again, big year fans. Xbox even managed some big surprises. Instead of a Gears 6 announcement, we got Gears of War E-Day, a prequel set before the original game. Even more surprising was the gameplay reveal for the Perfect Dark reboot. Not only does it exist, but it looks really good. The showcase finished with the Call of Duty Direct, where we got to learn about the new movement system called Omni Movement. It allows players to run, slide, and leap in any direction.
Like Max Payne.
Wow, a 20-year-old game. This will truly revolutionize the 360 no-scope. Did you know that Ubisoft had a presentation? Neither did they apparently, since they needed to fill the space with wow moments straight out of a YouTube gaming compilation video from 2012. They did announce some good stuff. The well-received Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown got a free content update and a small teaser for an upcoming story DLC. There was also a video of a beautifully rendered candle meant to tease the remake of Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, although technically it's actually a remake of the remake of Sands of Time that was supposed to release back in 2021. Ubisoft, get your together. The new teaser gives a release window of 2026, but this is Ubisoft, and you never actually know when a game is going to release until it does. For all 10 fans of the Anno series, hi Linus, Ubisoft teased a new entry set in 117 AD. And for fans of Star Wars Outlaws, there was Star Wars Outlaws. The gameplay for the upcoming title showed off features notably absent from recent spacefaring adventures like Starfield. Features like taking less than a second to sit in the pilot seat of a ship and being able to fly to a city on a planet from space without an overt loading loading screen. The game seems to even feature a Red Dead-esque Deadeye mechanic, which lends itself to the whole space outlaw thing. The other big gameplay showcase was for Assassin's Creed Shadows. It demonstrated how the game handles mechanically different protagonists. The player can choose which to play. Do you want to use a grappling hook and sneak around as Naoe? Or do you want to fight head-on with Yasuke and crush enemies with his, and I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, big fucking club? But what about the big question? Can you pet dogs? Yes. Yes, you can. The future's now. The present, meanwhile, belongs to our sponsor.
Nexago. Their HelloCam Pro will make your work from home setup feel like a plushy corner office, although clearing away your cereal bowls would also help. It features Windows Hello facial recognition for an effortless login experience and an automated privacy cover that closes when the camera is not active. Plus, you'll look great in your next meeting thanks to the 1080p 60 FPS resolution. All you need is a Nexago HelloCam Pro and you not standing up in the Zoom call, and that promotion is in the bag. Don't reveal those pajama pants. So Nexago, learn more at the link below.
These quick bits may be small. Upcoming BioWare game Dragon Age The Veilguard got an underwhelming reveal trailer at Xbox's Games Showcase. Is that what the trailer was for? I assumed it was for the next film in the Shrek universe. Fortunately, today's gameplay reveal had much more of a dark fantasy vibe. Any Aquatar fans out there? I know you're out there. I've seen the demographics. The sequence shown seems to take place in the Tevinter Imperium, a major nation in the franchise's setting that is yet to be visited in the games. Players will be able to carry over decisions from previous games, and it will be an offline single-player game with no microtransactions. Funny how not having a feature is now a feature. Now all BioWare has to do is not blow it.
You'd think it'd be easy, but...
Known industry insider Shinobi062 has claimed PlayStation has multiple first-party titles lined up for release next year, though you probably wouldn't have guessed that if you watched Sony's State of Play last week. It was one of the game showcases of all time, and Shinobi speculated that Sony will have another, hopefully less disappointing, event to showcase these games. Previous rumors have suggested a September PlayStation showcase, which would also line up with the rumored release date of the PS5 Pro. So Sony held one of their worst events so they could try and use their best announcements to move more expensive hardware. Sony's now disappointed me twice. The next trailer is not for a game, but for the highly anticipated second and final season of Arcane, which will officially drop on Netflix this November. That's awesome, but also sucks because it's ending. Because surprisingly, the show based on the game scientifically proven to cause terminal brain rot was, dare I say, a modern masterpiece. Fortunately, Riot Games says this is only the beginning of their storytelling partnership with animation studio Fortiche, whose striking art style drew in viewers who didn't know that junglers never gank. Case in point, I love the show, and I still don't know if I use that term properly. Trailers also dropped for a series of interesting indie titles. Too many to cover, but here's some. Screenbound is a 5D game that involves platforming in first-person 3D while also controlling a 2D platformer your 3D avatar is holding, reminiscent of the times as a kid where you tried to walk home through traffic without pausing your game. There's a new trailer for Eternal Strands, an epic fantasy adventure influenced by Tears of the Kingdom and Shadow of the Colossus, and a reveal trailer for Possessors, a side-scroller from the developer of Hyper Light Drifter. Honestly, playing these on the Steam Deck is gonna make getting hit by a truck totally worth it. And other indie game announcements were even more interesting. The creator of Choo Choo Charles, a game about a Lovecraftian horror that is also a train and also my fetish, has announced Cuffbust, an up to 20-player co-op about alien gummy bear koalas trying to escape from prison. Following a theme of cute things engaging in uncharacteristic violence, Squirrel with a Gun has finally received an official release date of August 29th. And it seems the Squirrel's arsenal will also include an SMG, shotgun, rocket launcher, and sniper rifle, opening up endless possibilities for fuzzy-wuzzy war crimes.
Shouldn't it be called Squirrel with Guns?
Yeah. 0 out of 10. I'm disliking it on Steam. On wishlisting. And while you could possibly do anything with your Thursday, maybe you should come back for more gaming news instead.
Do it.